Men over 60. Eat this every morning to reclaim your drive, strength, and performance. He told me, "Doc, I can't perform anymore. And I don't just mean in the bedroom, I mean as a man." At 70, he'd lost his energy, his desire, and worst of all, the intimacy in his marriage. If you're over 60 and quietly struggling with the same thing, this might be the most important breakfast you'll ever hear about. I just don't feel like a man anymore. That's what Richard said to me, sitting quietly across my desk. He was 70 once, a vibrant, strong man, now slouched, voice faint, eyes tired. He wasn't talking about ego. He was talking about something deeper. The loss of drive, the loss of connection, the slow, quiet crumbling of manhood. This wasn't just about performance, it was about identity. Richard hadn't been intimate with his wife in over 6 months. Not because he didn't want to, but because he couldn't. He thought it was just part of aging, that this fading was inevitable. But the truth, his body wasn't broken. It was simply missing the right fuel. And that fuel, it was already in his kitchen. I asked him one question. "What do you eat for breakfast?" His answer, "Toast and coffee, sometimes nothing." That's when I showed him something so simple. It felt almost silly. 2 whole eggs. Every morning. No pills, no prescriptions, just real food. Within days, everything started changing. The first thing Richard noticed, he stopped waking up exhausted. Then, he felt more stable on his feet. By week 2, his mood was lighter. And then he told me with a grin, "Doc, I woke up firm. First time in years." That wasn't magic. That was biology firing back to life. The science behind it is shockingly straightforward. Eggs are packed with leucine, a powerful amino acid that tells your body, build muscle, be strong again. They also contain choline, critical for neurotransmitters that support focus, memory, and blood flow, and yes, cholesterol. Not the enemy. The building block of testosterone. You've been told the wrong story for decades. Low fat this, cholesterol-free that. Avoid eggs. Skip the yolk. What did that leave us with? Weakness, confusion, decline. But your body was never the problem, your plate was. Testosterone doesn't die with age, it declines with starvation. And not food starvation, nutrient starvation. Your body still knows how to produce testosterone, but it needs the right raw materials to do it. Every cell, every muscle fiber, every nerve connection that drives your manhood requires fuel. And eggs deliver it. You don't need to feel less than anymore. I've had 68-year-olds come back with tears in their eyes after 2 weeks of change. I didn't know how empty I felt until I felt full again. One told me, "This isn't about becoming 25 again. It's about becoming yourself again." Present, strong, whole. What happens in 24 hours, 7 days and 30 days? Let's break it down. 24 hours. Your body starts rebuilding muscle protein. Blood flow subtly improves. Acetylcholine production rises, sharpening your brain and waking up nerve pathways. 7 days. Energy increases. Morning firmness returns for many. Motivation reawakens. 30 days. Confidence restored. Sleep improves. Physical intimacy feels possible, again, not forced, but natural. Your body listens when you finally feed it what it's been asking for. I've seen it over and over again, and the stories are powerful. Let me introduce you to Bernard. He was 76, retired, and deeply withdrawn. He told me he hadn't touched his wife in almost a year, not out of disinterest, but out of shame. I felt like a shadow of the man I once was. He said, "We started with 2 eggs, added half an avocado, a bit of Greek yogurt. Within weeks, he wasn't just sleeping better, he was holding her hand again, laughing again, looking her in the eyes again. That's what this is really about. It's not just food. It's your dignity. When a man loses his vitality, he loses more than strength. He loses his sense of worth, his ability to show up fully, his connection with his wife, his children, himself. But when you flip the switch back on, it's like watching spring return after a long winter. So why don't most men know this? Why hasn't your doctor told you? Because we've been taught to fear the very thing that gives us life. Eggs have been demonized. Cholesterol has been blamed. But new research shows dietary cholesterol does not raise heart disease risk in most people. In fact, low testosterone is a bigger cardiovascular risk than dietary fat. You've been protecting your heart but starving your manhood. So what exactly should your breakfast look like? Here's the plan. Step 1, 2, whole eggs. Cook gently, scrambled in olive oil or boiled. Step 2, half an avocado for magnesium and healthy fat. Step 3, 1 to 2. Cup plain Greek yogurt for gut health and absorption. Step 4, 1 bowl of oats topped with chia or walnuts for blood flow and energy. Simple, sustainable, powerful. This one habit isn't small, it's foundational. It tells your body we're building again. It tells your brain you still matter. It tells your partner I'm still here. That's what breakfast can do when it's built with purpose. And this isn't just theory, it's working for men just like you. Thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s have told me. I feel like myself again. I look forward to waking up. My wife kissed me like she used to. It all started with one choice, one meal, one act of honoring who they still are. You don't need a prescription. You need a reminder. A reminder that your strength didn't disappear, it just went dormant. A reminder that your body hasn't failed, it's been waiting. And a reminder that your best days are not behind you. They're still yours if you claim them. So what's really at stake if you do nothing? It's not just your energy or testosterone. It's the slow fade of joy, the silence in your relationship, the feeling of being invisible, But with one small change, that story can turn around. And it starts tomorrow morning. This is your turning point. Don't miss it. You've heard the science, you've heard the stories, and maybe deep down, a small voice inside is whispering, I want that too. Listen to it. Because when you do, you don't just feel alive, you feel like a man again. If there's one truth I've learned after decades of walking beside men over 60, it's this. Your body doesn't forget how to be strong. It just forgets how to start. And sometimes, all it takes is one good morning. You see, reclaiming your strength, your vitality, your manhood, it doesn't require a miracle. It requires consistency, compassion, and a little bit of courage to believe you're not done yet. The eggs, the avocado, the oats, they're more than food. They're a symbol. A symbol that says, I still care about myself. I still want to show up. I still have value to give. You are not defined by your past performance, your diagnosis, or your age. You are defined by your decision to begin again. And there is nothing more masculine than choosing to rebuild when it would be easier to retreat. So tomorrow morning, I invite you to do one thing, just one thing. Crack 2 eggs. Put them in a pan with olive oil. Add that avocado, that yogurt, that bowl of oats. Sit down at your kitchen table and take that first bite slowly. Know that this isn't just breakfast. It's a quiet declaration, I'm not done. I'm not broken. I'm building again. If this message touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button so I know it helped. Comment below. Tell me where you're starting from today. Share this with a friend, a brother, a father, someone who needs to hear that strength is still possible. And if you want more science-backed, real, honest advice designed just for men like you, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because this isn't just a video, it's a movement to reclaim dignity, intimacy, and purpose after 60 and beyond. And I promise, I'll be here with you every step of the way